Hi, it's Mar Study and welcome back to a somewhat different video where I will be sharing my study experience and a bit of a background story. If you haven't read my description yet, I'm studying mechanical engineering, and until 6 months ago, I thought that I can never remember something. I'm naturally good with numbers and everything logic related. I crammed before exams, I remembered dates and years, number combinations and patterns, but words? Remembering words seemed to fail me. As I started my university journey, I was ready to confidently devote my life to numbers. And then I came across an obstacle named mechanical behaviors of materials. Most of you are lucky and haven't been introduced to this class through your educational journey, but for me it was dream-shattering. Although it makes sense and it's not straight-up facts that need to be remembered. There are things such as materials, their properties, and basically everything needed for my future career that I have to know all the time. I tried to pass my exam, and I took it at least 5 times in the course of a year, and at the end I didn't get the barely passing to 51%. But a few weeks before the last exam date, I found myself an efficient study method. I took few handwritten notes and made some image conclusion Anki flashcards by covering few of the words. In that given time limit of 2 weeks, I only studied a few lectures, and at the end of the first week, I find myself remembering all the given examples in order, correctly drawing complicated diagrams, and for the first time, I felt like I had knowledge inside me. And I even started integrating that into my day-to-day normal conversations. I did not succeed yet, as I'm taking that same course again this year, but now I know where I'm going. The method is called spaced repetition, and the main 2 ingredients are consistency and time. I do want to put a disclaimer that I'm not an Anki professional yet. I'm sharing my experience and my way of studying, and I often watch other YouTubers that have more experience in this field. And if you're looking to get started on Anki, I will put some helpful links down in the descriptions. As someone who takes handwritten digital notes, I find it too much time consuming to go over them again and type questions and answers to Anki. So instead I use something that I mentioned before, and that is image occlusion. That is an add-on that you need to install to your Anki app, which is very simple. Instead of the traditional flashcards, you take a picture or snip of a window using the Windows key Shift S, which makes a capture of the area. I usually work in split screen where I open my handwritten notes on Anki, and using snip I make concluded paragraphs. When you capture an area, the capture is automatically copied to clipboard, and by only pressing this last button on Anki, you get the snip into a new mask window. Now we're going to cover up the parts that we want to test ourselves on. Here we have 2 important options that you need to distinguish. If you like to cover all the rectangles and only try to guess one while they're all covered, or cover only one and guess that one. I usually choose the second option, and from one snip we make several cards. When studying cards, Anki has an algorithm based on your answers. After flipping the card, or in this case revealing the answer, you will be asked to rate yourself, if it is hard or easy. The cards that are hard will be given again, and the cards that are easy will be given the next day. Or if it's still marked easy, it will be given in 4 days, and so on. As time progresses, or as the semester progresses, if you are consistent with making and reviewing cards, you will have studied the earlier cards and will be getting mostly of the new ones, so you will only study what you don't know. Another thing that I want to mention is that Anki is highly customizable, and there are tons of add-ons you can try on until you find what fits for your needs. As I said, there will be a few suggestive videos below, and I wanted to thank everyone who stayed through my chit-chat video while I shared some experiences of mine. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!